This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
Know that you can't control yourself? That is embarrassing. Okay.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, January 24th, and we are live. We're talking about what you're talking about, and I'm here with Al, Stephanie. I'm Erica.
What's up, Erica?
What's up, Al?
I'm feeling good.
Good. I'm happy to have you.
It's almost the weekend.
Yes.
It is,
Well,
and
today's
we are
my
ready.
weekend. I'm going to Miami.
Oh.
Happy Friday to Al. I'm sorry. We can keep going.
Well, Jeff and Brandon are on assignment, and Al's already on vacation, so let's get started. The backlash has begun for famed Hollywood director Bryan Singer, who is facing allegations of sexual misconduct against minor boys. The claims were published yesterday in The Atlantic, which Bryan denies, and we are just learning the film he directed, Bohemian Rhapsody, has lost its GLAAD Award nomination in the Outstanding Film Wide Release category. That's according to a report from Variety. Those nominations are set to be announced tomorrow morning. Now, Singer was fired from Bohemian Rhapsody in December of 2017. That film was just nominated for Best Picture as well as Best Actor for Rami Malek's portrayal of Freddie Mercury. So could this backlash follow the film to the Oscars? This is big.
It is, and it probably will. I just, just hearing that, I thought about all the people, because we're on camera, which is great. But, God forbid one of us got into some trouble and it cost this entire show an award. There's so many people working around us. If we lose 5 people in the booth, producers, editors, this whole place shuts down. So I think it's so unfair that one person can really take away from the incredible hard work and the chance to win. How often does this opportunity come up in your career?
It doesn't. And I mean,
it doesn't.
The fact that they've taken away the award nominations, I just think is so disappointing for everyone else. And I greatly hope it doesn't affect the Oscars, because Rami Malek did an outstanding job. The whole team deserved to be credited for that. So.
Well, I think we'll stay tuned and see what happens, but it definitely feels like last award season. I mean, remember everything with James Franco? I mean, there were a lot of names that people kind of glossed over or said you shouldn't attend because it's going to take away from what, the celebration of Hollywood. So we'll stay tuned and we'll keep you posted on what the developments are. We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at this moment.
Right, Erica, right now. Chris Brown is taking legal action. He just filed a defamation case in Paris against the woman who accused him of rape. Brown was detained earlier this week, but reports say Parisian police had issues with his accuser's story. A source told TMZ police questioned why the woman didn't alert people at the party or attempt to escape, but that incident is still under investigation. The defamation case could land the accuser up to a year in prison.
I don't know if the attempt to escape is necessarily means that she's lying.
Right.
But I do think that it says something that he automatically filed a defamation case against her, because that was one of the main questions that we asked when a lot of these people were accused of sexual misconduct. Well, if you're so innocent, why wouldn't you just set out to prove your innocence? And that's when the flood of accusations started coming out, and we knew why. But in this case, it seems like he's standing his ground that he's innocent.
Yeah. In a weird way, it made me think about the baseball steroids epidemic that happened about 15 years ago, when reporters are coming out saying, I think you two were on steroids, and guys would be like, no, I wasn't. And they'd be like, okay, well, then sue me. And they'd be like, well, I can't. It's like, yeah.
Right.
Somebody accused you of taking steroids, you would be on the phone with your lawyer in the commercial break. But there's a reason why they didn't, and there's a reason why he did.
Yeah. I agree. Well, it looks like Kim Kardashian is waving the white flag, or at least that's the word on the streets, and the streets are talking. There are rumors right now that Kim was forced to end her feud with singer Taylor Swift because they now work under the same company, Universal. That's according to a report from Radar Online that says since Taylor signed her new record deal, she's off limits to Kim. That's because Taylor's new label, Universal Music Group, also owns E, and the network that airs Keeping Up with the Kardashians is E. So the two have had beef for a while on social media, and now it looks like it's coming to a hard stop. I don't find this to be very authentic.
No.
I feel like this is another ploy, but
I don't think this is true at all. As if anyone is going to go to the social media mogul Kim Kardashian, multi-billionaire, whatever she is, and try and tell her what to do or not do. It's not going to happen. And also, if Universal did say anything like that, I think they're stupid, because think of all the people that talk about them when they feud. It's how Taylor sold part of her last album with the snake. That was aimed at Kim and Kanye. So I don't think it's true.
That's a great point. I didn't think about that.
It's how all of this works. They all have these fake little feuds, and they're mad at you one day and mad at you one day, and I'm going to release a song. And
I've heard the latest thing is like people say that they're going to retire from the industry and then they drop an album. That's like the way to like kind of get interest back.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it's like Elton John with his leaving tour that's been going on for 2 years.
I don't know about this one, though. It really did seem like it was personal, because anytime you leak personal or actual audio of someone, I mean, that's more than just like okay, we're going to feud to boost album sales. That's something that is, I mean, it could have ruined her career.
I mean, yes, but that was years ago, and I feel as though they've made up since then.
Well, we'll see. Or we won't see. Actress Jessica Biel is opening up about her biggest regret. She tells InStyle, "I wish I would have explored some different shapes and not gone so sexy all the time. I think if you look at some of my earlier choices, maybe it didn't need to always be about the body. I know it's a vibe that you feel when you're young, but still, that's what I would have done a little different."
I have no idea what that means. What was that?
She's saying that she wishes that she would have explored other fashion choices other than just going straight to sexy.
Can she hire you to do PR? That was just a collection of words.
No, I understand perfectly what she's saying. Honestly,
have you had those thoughts?
I feel the same way. I really leaned on sexy as early as I could try to lean on sexy. And it's funny now because I look back on it and I'm like, I just look like a kid, although I was like 21. Chopping my hair and doing like super sexy outfits. I just look like a baby in short hair and sexy outfits. Yeah, I think I probably ignored some things about my intellect and things that would have gotten me a lot farther, because it's so easy to do.
Steph, did you lean on your sexy? That sounds like a fat joke.
I don't think I've ever really leaned on my sexy. I mean, look at me, I'm wearing a fluffy tiger jumper.
That's great.
I've never really been like a sexy kind of person, but I think everyone makes fashion mistakes and has fashion faux pas. It's part of life. I mean, hell, I used to rock yellow eyeshadow on the daily, and I thought that was the coolest thing
Why did that end?
Well, I mean, I did look a bit like a parrot or a cockatoo, but you know.
Steph, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, because you know I love you.
Yeah.
But I've seen you wear some pretty sexy things, and we've had to have a talk about it.
Okay, so in my defense, it was a Christmas party, and I had like a slip dress. And Erica said it looked like a nightie and I had to get changed. But
So the dress slipped all the way away?
Yeah.
But it wasn't sexy. It wasn't tight. It wasn't tight. There was no revealing of anything.
This was the whole thing. I know this sounds super hatery, but I brought it up.
No, she's not.
I brought it up because I was concerned for her safety, for starters. And also I was like, Steph, I got to tell you, I'm hot right now, so I know. Can you leave this room? Is that a bad thing? I can say
and
that,
right?
right?
I'm gonna tell this.
I want
all our male viewers see what I did. You guys are talking about sexy clothes, your bodies. Remain silent. Keep your job.
All right, we're gonna move on before I get in trouble. All right, Real Housewives, Teresa Giudice is looking ripped. Check out these photos from a recent physique competition. Teresa says her husband wasn't always in favor of her doing these competitions, but on last night's episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey, she decided to do it just for herself. Now, by the way, Teresa's husband is now serving a 41-month prison sentence for mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. Let's take a look at last night's episode.
For the first time in my life, I got to do something just for me. I've never been this independent, and I love it.
Well, I commend her, and I know based on our conversation earlier, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I used to do physique competitions. I did it for 4 years. A big part of it was about setting a goal and knowing how that I can actually achieve said goal. So I think that this is really common, especially for people who are going through transitional phases in their life.
Which you were at the time.
Right, to try to just grab onto something.
What do you feel like you took away from that experience when you?
I knew that I could do anything that I set my mind to.
All right.
It takes a lot.
Including 3% body fat, huh?
something like that.
Well done, Erica.
I like to eat now, yes. DBL is live, and we'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. And coming up, the Real Housewives of New Jersey get in an argument over jewelry. Don't miss our reality roundup. But first, our resident Brit, Stephanie Jones, is checking out one of America's biggest rodeos. That's coming up next.
I'm going to say to Carrie Hill, my bad, yes it is Sir Elton John.
Oh, somebody got corrected. And I want to say to Sarah Liffman, this is called a lapel pop. And that's what Hannah, our wardrobe stylist, told me. I like it, and I can never find them. Sometimes they fall off and I'm sad.
And Cheryl Hannah, thank you for the welcome back. I appreciate
that. Erica's got a big reveal coming up, so I'm gonna say.
So you've never leaned on your sexy. When do?
No, I don't think so. I don't really wear I wear more tighter things for work than I do in my own personal life, I think. So, I don't know.
What's your bumming around the house gear?
I think like workout clothes, like leggings and things like that. But I don't know, maybe it's because I associate it so much with work. So I used to do pageants and things. So when you're in pageants, there's like bikini rounds and little dress rounds. So my mum and dad always say when I'm at home, I'm a slob. Compared
nice.
to yeah.
That's nice.
Parents.
That's it. Now,
yeah, it's true.
This is a weird question, but somebody that has a daughter. Would your father be at your bikini pageant at that part? Would he get up and go have a cig?
I
couldn't watch that.
They were supporting me. They were like, woo! I mean, it was just literally like you walk up and down in a bikini and then you get it.
Yeah, I know. That's the heart attack part for me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, thanks.
Welcome back to DBL in England. I grew up loving horseback riding, and when I crossed the pond and came to the home of the American cowboy, I learned that you guys do things a little differently. I headed to the National Western Stock Show to find out more about the American tradition of rodeos. That's in today's Coming to America. Can I get a yeehaw? Yeehaw! Joined by two of the most glamorous women I've seen in my entire trip whilst I've been in America. Tell me your name and title, please.
I'm Taylor McNair, Miss Rodeo America.
And
I'm Kelly Stockton, Miss Rodeo Colorado.
We don't have rodeos in England, so this did not exist. I am so jealous of you both right now. What exactly is a rodeo?
A rodeo is an exhibition or a contest of cowboys and cowgirls, bull riding, saddle bronc riding, and bareback riding, team roping, tie-down roping, and steer wrestling.
What exactly is mutton busting?
Mutton busting gives the smaller generation their opportunity to be a part of our National Western Rodeo. So they get on these big woolly sheep and try to ride for 8 seconds.
I'm here with Heath Thomas, and he's a professional steer wrestler. But Heath, what is that?
Steer wrestling is where you have a steer that runs down the arena and you have to get off a horse and catch him by his horns and throw him down where all 4 feet have to be in the same direction.
Wait. Let me just get this right. Wait. So, okay. I think I need to see this visually. Wait. Whoa. Okay, I'm scared. This is gonna hurt. Oh my God, I did it! How many times have you done mutton busting before?
Once.
And how did it go? Was it all right?
Yeah, I just held on for 1 minute.
You held on for 1 minute?
I forgot 2 minutes.
2 minutes? He held on for 2 minutes mutton busting? This is Stephanie Jones reporting from the National Western Shock Show. Yeehaw! If you are in Denver and want to check it out, there's still time. The National Western Stock Show goes on until January the 27th. Head on over to nationalwestern.com for more information. It was great.
You have expressed interest in maybe being Miss Rodeo or competing for Miss Rodeo.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll turn around. I was going to say, like, yeehaw! I was trying to spin. It didn't work.
It's a half spin.
A half spin. No, mainly just because I love horses so much that I would love just to compete on horses, and so I just thought pageants, horses, merge it. I'm not American. I'll give it a go.
There we go. And see, you got the outsider. You're gonna
next year.
They're not gonna see you coming.
Well, you know, I might just go to horse school instead.
There's horse school?
Yeah, pony school, like pony camp and stuff. Just me that loves
You're
it.
just naming things that no one's ever heard of. We're in a room full of adults that have heard everything.
We're going to look up pony school. We are live, clearly.
Camp.
Yes, Raquel Villanueva has news at this moment.
Do have news about another American treasure. Right now, Bob Barker is recovering from a fall. Now, this is the latest health scare for the 95-year-old former Price is Right host. Reports say the fall earlier this month was serious enough to have an ambulance called to his house in Hollywood Hills. Now, he's currently being treated at home. Last year, some back issues landed him in the hospital twice, and he's still regaining strength from another fall back in 2017. But we all here wish Bob a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. Bob Barker.
I mean,
legend.
Well, he just filled, like when my grandmother would watch us when we were little kids, and his voice was in her kitchen every day.
You grew up with him.
Yes, Plinko, hole-in-one or two.
Plinko, I always wanted to play Plinko.
Yes. Did you go to a taping?
No.
I've been to a taping.
I know. All right.
Maybe we can make a DBL version.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey.
Good thought. Coming up on DBL, we are dishing all the dirt on reality TV. Our weekly reality roundup is next.
All right, guys, welcome back for another awesome episode of Beauty Blast Cast. I'm Jeray.
And I'm Hannah Moon. And we're here today to talk about one of our leading ladies, Miss Sam Shocker.
Y'all better watch out for her, honey. She about to take over the word, girl, all right?
So whenever I dress Sam, whenever I pick out her outfits, I always have to think of something strong that will captivate the audience, but also something that shows her personality, because our girl is edgy.
Honey, she has so many different faces, but it's you never get to see all of her style in one, and I think you do such an amazing job of capturing so many different faces of Sam in one look. And it's, girl, y'all just gonna watch out for this. What's up next, Anna? What's his first outfit?
So this outfit we're going to talk about today is she was wearing an inspired Versace dress at Zara. It's got chains all over it, but it's so elegant because it cinches her in.
And it gives you that extra accentuated waist,
that waistline.
Girl, yes. And how that maroon and ruby or
all over it.
It's just all over, and the navy's the background. It just gives you a whole moment for yourself, honey. You
It really does.
Ooh, I just want to wrap myself in it and just go, yes, honey, yes. But where did you get it?
I got it at Zara.
Yes.
And one of my favorite things about it is because you see these prints everywhere now.
True.
Akira, like ASOS, whatever, you name it, H&M. But something about this dress was so elegant and also had a really masculine look. So it was balanced. It was so great. And instead of, you know, doing a lot of accessories, we just matched it with a gold chunky chain, which gave her such like an edgy masculine look.
It was perfect. Now, since my girl likes came out slaying. I was like, all right, we gotta make this makeup come together. So I gave Sam this beautiful Cindy Crawford inspired supermodel blush look. It was all focused on the blush. And it's like, it creates these beautiful wrapped cheekbones. So I take 3 blushes, a deeper one, like a mid-color one, and a lighter pink. Normally Sex Appeal from NARS is my favorite front pink. And I just dress these across the cheekbone and hug it almost up on the eye. So
Welcome back to DBL. It's that time in the show where we obsess over the best moments in reality TV. My girls, the DBL co-hosts Sam, Tori, and Erica in today's Reality Roundup.
Yes. All right, ladies. First up, the ladies of the Real Housewives of New Jersey give Teresa a custom-made necklace, but Jennifer gets upset that they didn't get the necklace made by her brother, who is a jeweler. Oh, no. Check out Jennifer's reaction.
You know what? That's ugly. Sorry, Teresa.
Seriously, something is wrong with her.
Baby, I am on point like nobody's business. Yeah.
Really? So's your lip liner. Looks like a monkey's.
Well, I can understand being upset that you wouldn't give the business to her brother. I mean, I definitely wouldn't buy any candles that weren't by your company.
Thank you. I'm sorry, what's that candle company?
Byron & Co.
Byron & Co.
But that's because your candles are on point. Maybe his jewelry is not.
Ooh. What about that lip liner comment? First of all, thank you, Erica. The lip liner comment.
A woman's lip liner is a vulnerable place to go for an insult. It might have been Spice or Twig by MAC, and I liked it.
I love Spice by MAC.
Love it. Isn't it a good nude?
We can all use that one. That is a good one.
That's a good one. All right, up next, Brittany and Jax from Vanderpump Rules are engaged, and Brittany is done with her friends questioning their relationship. Enjoy.
Are we okay? Your fiance's in here like, we're getting married. I'm like, sounds like fun. I'll go ahead and go home if it's gonna be about that. No, Brittany, sit down. No, because I know, but like, I'm already on the brim of like freaking out. So like, I'm about to lose it. Just give me a second.
Ooh, is this a sign that there's some troubled waters
been so
ahead?
Many signs. I mean, at this point, there's just like lights and flashing. Yes, there's too many signs to count. I think that, you know, what was that saying? Somebody said this will make a really good first marriage.
Oh, yeah. But what do you do as a friend? Okay, of course we know the history, the track record with Jax Taylor. They've all warned her. Now that she's actually engaged to Jax Taylor, what do you do as a friend?
I mean, it depends. If you're a really good friend, at some point you got to stick by her and do what she decides to do, but give your opinion and then let it go.
And let it go.
Let it go.
All right, fair enough. And finally, tensions are rising on The Bachelor, and the fight for Colton's attention is heating up. One contestant says it's enough to make her lose her cool and let out her wild side. Yeah, take a look.
If Kayla's talking crap about me, she better beware. There's a beautiful monster inside of me, and today I'm gonna have to let it out.
Okay, what?
What? She looked like the sandworm from Beetlejuice.
That's alarming.
That was terrifying.
I think there's antibiotics for that beautiful monster inside of her.
That's bizarre. That is bizarre.
But there is a sound gutturally. I think we all make women when we feel vulnerable. Do you guys want to share that sound
No,
right now?
I do not. The same sound I make in yoga class?
What is that?
No, I don't want it. That's my time.
That's your moment? I got you.
I think it's so strange that a woman who is also trying to marry the guy that you're trying to marry would say bad things about you.
Right.
What a weird
concept. Weird.
There's Tori's. Okay, somebody get Tori some antibiotics.
Yes.
All right, thank you, ladies, for joining me on Reality Roundup. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is...
Welcome back to DBL. In today's Chatting with the Stars, 2 of Future Man's main characters dish about season 2, which is such a good show. It just started streaming on Hulu today. But first, here's a look at some of the wild antics the cast is getting into now as they try to prevent the extinction of humanity.
Hey. Die resistance.
Button or any.
Ninja Star. I give that entrance 2 stars.
Eliza Coupe and Derek Wilson, thank you so much for joining DBL, and congratulations, honestly, and mazel tov for the 2nd season of Future Man. Bravo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, the show picks up in the year 2162. Eliza, you play Tiger, and Derek, you play Wolf. Now, is it safe to say that this season is going to get even more bizarre than the first?
Yeah, it gets way more bizarre.
I mean, it depends on what your standards are.
That's true. That's true.
I think we're allowed even more license in season 2 because it takes place in the future, so we can be completely creative with what the world is.
It's amazing. Now, Seth Rogen, who is one of the producers of Future Man, actually makes an appearance this season. Can you guys tell us more about his role in the show?
He plays a man named Susan, and that's just a normal name in the future.
Normal.
He runs a prison.
Runs a prison of sorts.
Susan runs the prison.
That's it. Yeah.
Little tough Susan. Yeah.
Eliza, your character is a biotic. So in other words, someone who has been genetically engineered. Now, do either of you believe that humans will have to be modified to survive in the future?
I feel they already have been.
Yeah, I think it's happening.
Well, we've already modified so much about ourselves, whether it be aesthetically or internally.
I mean, we're in Los Angeles, too. So.
Yeah. I was there for 10 years. Yeah. I modified everything. I completely understand. If both of you could choose one item to put into a time capsule to be opened 100 years into the future, what would it be and why?
I would put a journal that I've written about this time.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Handwritten.
A helium balloon.
Oh, God.
Oh, whoa. Tell me more.
That just so checks out. It just checks out that you would say that.
Just so when it opens, you get a nice balloon pop up.
It would be a deflated balloon. People would think it was something else. You're giving them a rubber.
I think it was great. It was the thought that counts, too. I think the journal and the balloon is fantastic. Eliza and Derek, I'm a huge fan of the show, and I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out to talk with DBL. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's a yellow balloon.
Welcome back to DBL. We are live. Let's get to Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment.
Yeah, this is just in for Breaking Bad fans. I got some good news for you. Reports say Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul will star in the upcoming movie based on the hit show. And some other series favorites might be joining the cast too. Now, this news might come as a shock for some and be a little confusing since, spoiler alert, not everyone survived the show. It's not clear when the movie will take place, but we do know Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan is working on the project.
We have a lot of Breaking Bad fans in this room, and they are super excited about this.
Yes, I feel like we got a binge. I can't believe I haven't seen it.
Well, you binged this weekend.
All right.
Mr. Vacation Boy. Sarah Liftman says, Al, what's in your lapel?
This is called a lapel pop. I like it. It's a little fancy. Breaks your suit up a little bit.
Carrie Hill says, hey, Steph, that's Sir Elton John.
Yeah, I know. I said on the break.
You should know better, Britt. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Goodbye.